Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a speed cleaning of the kitchen and a quick tidy up of the living room after Freddie has had a friend over to play. So I hope you enjoy. Thanks. So first up, I chuck everything in the dishwasher that I can see that needs to go in there. All of the kids' things go on the top rack, as I'm assuming that's not as hot as the bottom one, because that's what all the product information suggests you do. So it took me absolutely ages to get into this. Mark rearranges the dishwasher anyway, but I just put it in there so it's not hanging around on the work surfaces. Just writing down the time Freddie fell asleep, so I can log it on the app. Just put a load of washing on. I always tend to do the big wash on a Friday. That's the day I tend to do our clothes. Obviously I main job before actually cleaning is to just tidy things up off the work surfaces. Just filling up the prep machine, ready for when Ivy's due her next feed. All I use to clean the work surfaces is the Flash surface cleaner. So now all I do is use the table to put all the items on that stay on the worktop. So obviously all our mugs get moved onto here. So now I've moved on to the next section. I like to clean the worktops in sections. People have said to me, why don't I just take everything off the work surfaces and then wipe everything? And the answer to that is I don't have enough room to store everything. So I just do it in the sections. Plus I know then that I've done every bit. Like if I get sidetracked with Ivy needing me for something and I come back to it, I don't forget which bit I've done. Just give the top of the spice turner a quick wipe. Freddie likes to spin it round, so there's lots of sticky fingers on there. And this is a really good contraption from Lakeland. It holds all your fat. you put like a bit of cardboard in there and you pour all your fat in that you use from cooking, because obviously you can't pour it down the sink, and then once it's full up you just chuck the cardboard bit out, because obviously it solidifies, and then you just replace the cardboard filling. I got it from Lakeland. I think it's a really good item. Because I was cleaning the kitchen whilst Freddie was napping. I couldn't do a proper deep clean. I haven't cleaned the front of the cupboard doors because they're covered in sticky fingerprints. But I didn't have time when Freddie woke up, so I thought it's not going to matter too much. I can do that on a Wednesday when he's in nursery. At least the work surfaces were clean then. When we bought this house, I thought the kitchen was quite small compared to my parents' house. But quickly changed my mind when I had to clean it. It's definitely a lot bigger than you realise when you have to clean it. We're not big coffee drinkers in this house. In fact, neither of us drink coffee. But I obviously got it for guests, so Mark didn't understand why we needed to. But I said not everybody wants to drink tea all the time, so I just got Asda's own cheap 79p jar of coffee rather than spending a lot of money on the branded stuff, seeing as we don't drink it. I always like doing this part of the kitchen because I know I'm near the end. Once I do this section by the sink, I know I've just got the sink to do, and then the little bit the other side of the sink. I've had to bring Ivy in with me. She was supposed to be trying to go for a nap in the living room, but she wasn't having any of it. So I brought her in with me. I put the, I think it's a sheep, musical sheep. I had to turn that on because she was getting all excited playing with her little animals on the chair and shrieking, and because Freddie's having a nap, his bedroom's above the kitchen, so I was trying to do anything to keep her from squealing and waking him up. I definitely think if we were to change parts of the kitchen, I'd probably want some kind of ceramic draining board, because it streaks after I wipe it, so that's why I have to use the kitchen roll, because it'll streak otherwise. And normally I'd anti-bac the food waste bin, but I'd taken it out of the dishwasher that morning, so I knew it was clean, so I didn't need to. And now I crack on with the lovely mess my living room's been left in after having a friend round to play. I mean, that's the main clutter there in the corner, but Freddie's awake now, so he's sat watching Toy Story, as you can see, because that keeps him out of the way while I just tidy things away. And basically 2 minutes after I tidied it up, he got a couple of things out, but he never gets this many toys out at once. I've always made sure from when he was first able to play, when he was first on the move, that if he wanted to get one toy out, he had to put the other one away, kind of thing. So he'd never have this many toys out, so it doesn't happen very often. So yeah, 2 minutes after cleaning it all up, he got the blocks out, but you know, he is allowed to play. I probably tidy up after him. I think maybe once a day I do it when he goes up for a nap. I'll tidy up all the toys. And then when he goes to bed, I tidy up again, so it's not too bad. Just trying to get all the puzzle pieces in the right place. He thinks it's funny to hide things under the sofa. So we have to find things to try and scoop him out with. Failing that, I have to wait for Mark to come home, and he has to lift the sofa up so that I can quickly get all the toys out from underneath it. Like right now I'm missing a number. A couple of numbers. And I end up giving in, and I can't find number 9, so I just put it away, and I think it's probably under the sofa, so I'll wait for Mark to come home. And we did find it in the end. It's funny though, because a few years ago, before we had kids, all my little cubes were full of a couple of pictures from our wedding and a little ornament, and now you've got the 4 open cubes have all got toys and books in, and then the 2 baskets on the left hand side has got like blanket floor mats from when Freddie was younger that Ivy can play with now. The top one's got our DVDs in, but we've had to cull them to make room for Freddie's DVDs. But hey, wouldn't change it. Those necklaces are suitable for teething. They're like silicone, obviously not silicone, but they're like chewable, rubbery bits that you can wear as a necklace, and then your baby will then chew on it rather than on your actual jewellery, so they're quite good. I got them off Amazon when Freddie was little, so I can start using them again now Ivy's starting to teeth. So they'll go in the I'll put them in the bottle steriliser. Because obviously at the minute Freddie uses them for playing. Mark's really happy that Freddie likes Toy Story, because that's one of his favourite films. And I think he pretty much knows the first film word for word. So he's really pleased that Freddie likes it. And so am I, to be honest, because he was absolutely obsessed with Cars. And it would be a case of that was the only film that he would want to watch. So I probably know the words to Cars over and over again because of how many times he's made us watch it. So at least now I've got another option of a film. And we've got the box set for both, so we've got Cars 1, 2 and 3, and then Toy Story 1, 2 and 3. So as Mark said, I've got the choice of 6 films now that I can have to endure. I'm starting to think I'm going to give up on having cushions on the sofa, because whenever Freddie's about, they end up on the floor because he thinks it's funny. Even if you're using one, he tries to take it off you, pull it out the back of you or from underneath your bum and throw it on the floor. And then he doesn't do anything with it. He just throws it on the floor. So I might give up on cushions until the kids are a bit older and they have lost interest in just throwing things on the ground. I just have to check this toy because he puts cars in there that don't fit, so they get stuck. So I just give it a quick check. And again, after this I'd normally vacuum, but I did it before his friend came over, so I don't need to do it again. They didn't eat in the room, so. And that's it.